Billionaires may have the wealth to command attention, but when it comes to interviews, even they can stumble. From Elon Musk's impulsive comments to Jeff Bezos' tone-deaf remarks, these high-profile moments reveal that no amount of money can shield you from public scrutiny. Curious to see how awkward phrasing, robotic responses, or overconfidence turned interviews into PR disasters. Let's dive into the most shocking billionaire interview fails that left audiences cringing and headlines buzzing. Elon Musk's infamous funding secured moment. In one of the most controversial billionaire interviews, Elon Musk made headlines when he claimed during a live discussion that he had secured funding to take Tesla private at $420 per share. The statement, which seemed casual and confident at the time, sent Tesla's stock price skyrocketing and triggered a wave of speculation in the financial world. However, what followed was a dramatic unraveling that showed how even a single phrase could lead to massive consequences. Musk's comment was not just ill-timed, it was misleading. It turned out that the secured funding wasn't as solid as Musk had suggested, which drew the attention of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The SEC launched an investigation, alleging that Musk's statement was false and had caused significant disruption in the stock market. Investors, unsure of Tesla's future, either sold off their shares or doubled down, resulting in heightened volatility. The fallout was severe. Musk faced legal action, leading to a settlement where Tesla and Musk each paid $20 million in fines, and Musk agreed to step down as Tesla's chairman for at least 3 years. While he retained his CEO position, the damage to his reputation and Tesla's stock stability was undeniable. This interview highlighted the dangers of speaking impulsively in high-stakes situations. Musk, known for his innovative mind and bold leadership, learned that even billionaires are not immune to regulatory scrutiny. The incident serves as a cautionary tale about the power of words, especially when millions of investors and fans are watching. Mark Zuckerberg's robotic responses during Senate testimony. In 2018, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg faced intense scrutiny during a highly publicized Senate hearing about the company's role in the Cambridge Analytica data privacy scandal. This was Zuckerberg's chance to rebuild public trust and demonstrate accountability. Instead, his overly rehearsed and robotic demeanor turned the hearing into one of the most awkward public appearances by a billionaire. Zuckerberg's responses, while precise, lacked the emotional connection and empathy needed to address concerns over Facebook's handling of personal data. His repeated phrases, such as "we take responsibility," felt insincere to many observers. The senator's questions highlighted critical issues, such as how Facebook collects, uses, and profits from user data. However, Zuckerberg's answers often seemed evasive or overly technical, leaving audiences frustrated and doubtful about his intentions. Adding to the discomfort were moments where Zuckerberg seemed out of touch with real-world concerns. At one point, his explanation of Facebook's ad revenue model, "we run ads," sparked both confusion and ridicule, as it appeared he was simplifying a complex issue. His stiff posture, monotonous delivery, and inability to effectively engage with the senators turned him into a meme sensation overnight, with critics likening him to a robot or alien. While Zuckerberg aimed to protect Facebook's reputation and address regulatory concerns, the hearing ultimately magnified distrust in the platform. The testimony became a PR disaster, underscoring the importance of authenticity and relatability when communicating with the public. Jeff Bezos and the tone-deaf space interview. After successfully returning from his first Blue Origin spaceflight in July 2021, Jeff Bezos, the world's richest man at the time, gave a post-launch interview that was meant to celebrate his achievement. Instead, his tone-deaf comments sparked widespread backlash and criticism, turning what should have been a monumental moment into a public relations disaster. During the interview, Bezos thanked Amazon employees and customers, saying, "You guys paid for this." While intended as a gesture of gratitude, the comment was widely interpreted as a tone-deaf acknowledgement of the wealth disparity and the criticism Amazon faces for its labor practices. At the time, the company was under fire for allegations of poor working conditions, low wages, and union-busting tactics. The statement, rather than showcasing humility, came across as a stark reminder of how Bezos' personal ventures are funded by the massive revenues generated through Amazon. The timing of the comment further fueled the outrage, with many workers and communities struggling during the COVID-19 pandemic. Bezos' spaceflight was seen by some as a vanity project, highlighting the growing divide between billionaires and the average person. Social media erupted with criticism, with many pointing out the irony of thanking overworked employees for financing a joyride to space. While Bezos' achievement in advancing private space exploration was undeniable, the interview overshadowed the accomplishment, highlighting the importance of messaging and public perception. This incident served as a reminder that even the most groundbreaking achievements can be overshadowed by poorly chosen words. Kylie Jenner's self-made billionaire controversy. During an interview in 2019, Kylie Jenner proudly embraced the title of the world's youngest self-made billionaire, a distinction given by Forbes after the success of her cosmetics empire, Kylie Cosmetics. However, her claim of being self-made quickly turned into a PR nightmare, as critics and fans alike questioned her understanding of the term self-made. The backlash centered on Jenner's privileged upbringing as a member of the Kardashian-Jenner family, which afforded her immense resources, connections, and a built-in audience from the reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Critics argued that her access to wealth and celebrity status gave her a head start unavailable to most entrepreneurs, making the label of self-made seem tone-deaf and dismissive of the challenges faced by those starting from scratch. While Jenner defended her achievement, emphasizing the hard work and vision she poured into her cosmetics brand, her attempts to relate to everyday entrepreneurs fell flat. The controversy sparked widespread debates on social media and in the press, with some supporting Jenner's accomplishments and others labeling her success as the product of inherited privilege. Memes and parodies of her self-made claim further amplified the fallout. The incident highlights the fine line between celebrating success and appearing out of touch with reality. While Jenner's business acumen is undeniable, her framing of the narrative alienated a significant portion of her audience. The controversy serves as a reminder that messaging, especially for public figures, must resonate with their audience's perception and experiences. Donald Trump's wealth gaffe, a small loan of $1 million. In an interview meant to highlight his journey to success, Donald Trump famously claimed that he had started his business empire with a small loan of $1 million from his father. The comment, intended to showcase his entrepreneurial spirit, quickly turned into one of the most criticized statements of his career, sparking ridicule and outrage across media and social platforms. For most people, a $1 million loan is anything but small. Trump's attempt to frame his journey as a rags-to-riches story came across as disconnected from the realities of average Americans, many of whom struggle to afford basic necessities or secure far smaller loans to start businesses. Critics pointed out that Trump's father, Fred Trump, was a wealthy real estate mogul who provided not only financial support, but also critical connections, guidance, and opportunities that most aspiring entrepreneurs could never access. The backlash was immediate. Memes flooded the internet, with people sarcastically referencing their small loans in everyday scenarios. Political commentators and comedians used the gaffe to paint Trump as out of touch with the struggles of ordinary citizens. The statement became a symbol of his perceived inability to relate to the financial hardships faced by most Americans. While Trump's intent was to emphasize his business acumen and determination, the comment instead highlighted the privileges he had growing up. The incident serves as a lesson in how framing matters, especially when addressing a diverse audience. Even if the intent is positive, the delivery must align with the audience's realities to avoid alienation and backlash. Even the wealthiest and most powerful individuals aren't immune to interview slip-ups. These cringeworthy moments, from tone-deaf statements to awkward silences, remind us that billionaires are human too, prone to mistakes that can tarnish even their best intentions. Whether it's a lesson in communication or a cautionary tale about relatability, these interviews prove that words matter. Which billionaire interview fail surprised you the most? Share your thoughts, and remember, even the most successful can learn from their missteps.